my god. Oh my god.
They say E30 is the cheapest power you can buy. And today we prove it in my 2017 Mustang EcoBoost. Alright, let's get inside. Alright, let's go see what E30 is all about. So E30 is essentially a blend between ethanol and regular gas. When we blend to get E30, our gas will essentially have 30% ethanol and 70% regular gas. What this means is we're gonna have a higher octane plus more charge cooling, which is gonna lead to more timing and boost headroom. Basically, ethanol is gonna let you get more boost into your car and more power. So who is E30 for? E30 is for the people who are looking to get more power out of their car. Now, to decide if E30 is the right choice for you, you have to first look at if there's E85 stations in your area. Secondly, you want to make sure you have all the supporting mods. This is intercoolers, spark plugs, intake, and maybe even a downpipe and an exhaust. Once you have everything checked off, supporting mods, the 85 in your station, you're going to want to worry about tuning your car. Now, the stock EcoBoost engine and fuel system can handle up to E30 as long as you're tuned for it. And for me, I'm tuned by Ryan at EMS. He is the best tuner for the Mustang EcoBoost community, and I recommend using him. But once you get that tune into your car, that's when you can officially run E30 in your car. Now, let's talk about some misconceptions and just some things you want to look into before you put E30 in your car. First of all, will E30 ruin your engine? The answer to that is no. As long as you do the fueling process, you put the right amount, and you do everything correctly, you will run into no issues with E30. You want to make sure you got the actual ethanol percentage and you're doing the correct mixtures to actually get E30, because that's what you're tuned for. Your miles per gallon, it is gonna go down. E30 burns 30% quicker, and that means even though you might be saving $1.50 when you're pumping gas, since you're putting E30 in, you're gonna be getting a lower miles per gallon, so it kind of breaks even. And cold starts, you will run into a little bit of a slower start during the winter, but it is completely fine on E30. You won't run into any issues once again. One thing you need to make sure is that you want to put ethanol first, and then you want to put the 91 gas when you're pumping it. This is going to help because it's going to mix it. When you pump in the 91, the pressure from the pump itself will be mixing up the fuel, and you don't need to think about physically shaking your car to mix it or stuff like that. So last night I'd actually put E30 in my car and I recorded the process, so let me show you guys how it is. Alright, so the first thing you want to do when you get to an E30 station is to actually test the fuel, and I do it using an ethanol testing bottle. I got this off Amazon. I actually get 2 of them. It's about $11. And essentially what you do is you fill it up to here with water, and then all the way up to the red over here, you fill up with ethanol. And then you shake it, leave it on a flat surface for like 5 minutes. And once you look at it, it'll separate between the ethanol and the water. And you'll basically see if it's E85, for example, right here, or if it's more or less, all that stuff. So this is the ethanol testing kit I use, and I use it when I go to a new gas station just to check the ethanol levels. All right, now to actually mix the fuel, what I do is I turn on my car, and over here in my little menu, I go back and I go over to where it says trip and fuel. Over here, it says the 27 miles to empty and the average mile per gallon. I take a picture of this, and I'll put a screen recording right now. I actually take a picture of this and put this into ChatGPT and have ChatGPT tell me how much fuel I should pump. So I take a picture of this
and I take a picture of my fuel gauge right here, both of these like this, just like this. And I send it over to ChatGPT and say, hey, I want half a tank of E30. Tell me how much 91 and E30 to blend in order to get this amount. And whatever it tells me to do, that's how much I pump.
So now I pump in the amount of E85 and 91 ChatGPT told me to do, and then we're gonna just hop back into the car.
Now, as you saw, I put E85 in the car. What you want to do is start it up. You'll see your gauges come here. And then you want to hit the cancel button on your cruise control. All right, now, as you can see, when I hold it down, it actually jumps up to 1. So right now, this is my base tune, which is 91. What I'm going to do is go to it right here and then hit the +1 right here. And it's going to go to 2, and then we're going to hit cancel again. So now we're on map 2, which is E30. So again, you're gonna hit the cancel on the cruise control to go into switching your maps. And then you're gonna just hit the up arrow to switch to your second map. So right now, when I hit the cancel button, it shoots up to 2. That means we're on the second map. Now we're all good to go. E30's in the car. The tune is changed. We're gonna go ahead and start it up.
Okay, now let's go back to the future, and I want to show you guys a little pull I did, just so you see how it looks and feels.
Yeah, that feels absolutely fucking amazing. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, that feels amazing. Wow. Wow.
E91 to E30 is a massive jump in power difference. If you're used to 91, then E30 is like a completely different car. And if you have 93, there's still going to be a massive difference, but it's just not going to be as much as it is for someone who's been running a 91 tune. Now, E30 in itself helps with the throttle response so much. My car is picking up so much faster, and it's holding the boost so much longer. So it really makes it feel like a different car. So I need to tell you guys that I'm on the first revision of E30. There's still 3 or maybe even 4 revisions to really push all the power out. But from the first revision alone, I want to let you guys know that E30 for $100 is definitely worth it. The power you get is so fun to use. And the good thing about it is you can always switch between the tunes. So my final recommendation is get it. Get E30, have the option to switch in between them, and then every time you're bored, every time you want to have a little fun, you can just switch to the E30 tune. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.